Well, good morning, Grace Lutheran Church and School. Holy Week is here. It just seemed like a short time ago, 40 days ago, that we were at chapel and doing an imposition of ashes. You are from dust, and to dust you return, and we were at our Ash Wednesday service here in the sanctuary, and we're now at Holy Week. This is Holy Monday. We're going to do a series of devotions. The readings are going to be from my children's Bible in pictures that I received as a youngster. And so the messages will be for the young and the old at heart as well. They should be easy to follow, and we're going to take you through Holy Week with the readings, starting with this Holy Monday. And our first lesson is the supper at Bethany. On Friday, 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany to the house of Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. Lazarus and his sisters prepared a supper for Jesus. Lazarus sat with him at the table, and Martha served. Mary brought in to him some costly ointment, whose perfume filled the whole house. And she anointed Jesus' feet and wiped them with her hair. When Judas Iscariot, one of those who sat at supper, saw this, he protested. If this ointment had been sold, it would have been brought in a large sum of money to give to the poor, he said indignantly. But Jesus replied, "Let her alone. You will always have the poor among you, but not me." The Sabbath he spent quietly at Bethany. We continue with our Holy Week lessons from the Bible in pictures. This is Holy Monday, and so Sunday we celebrated Palm Sunday, and that's our message here this morning. On the first day of the next week, our Sunday, Jesus went to Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives. He saw the city and he wept over it. Then he said to two disciples, "Go into that village and you will find a young colt tied. Bring it to me." They found the colt, and when challenged, answered as he had told them, "The Lord has need of him." It was almost like a password. On returning to Jesus, they laid their cloaks on the colt, and Jesus sat upon it. Then was fulfilled the prophecy of Christ's entry into Jerusalem. The crowds of pilgrims for the Passover waved palm branches, and they shouted, "Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord." The children were there too, crying, "Hosanna in the highest." When the temple priests protested, Jesus quoted from the scriptures, "Out of the mouths of babes and little ones, thou hast perfected praise." So far, the readings for Holy Week. We continue our Holy Week lessons, and this lesson is specifically for Holy Monday. It's called Cleansing the Temple. While he was in Jerusalem, Jesus went to the temple. The Jews by law were allowed to sell animals to the worshipers for their sacrifices, but Jesus found the court of the sacred temple turned into a noisy market, and the people cheated in the exchange of money. The temple was full of cattle and sheep, and men were buying and selling and changing coins. When Jesus saw the turmoil, he made a whip of small cords and drove them all out, scattered the changers' money, and overthrew their tables. To those who sold doves, he said, "Take them away. Do not make my Father's house a marketplace." When the Jews demanded a sign of his authority, he replied, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." In saying this, Jesus spoke of his death and resurrection. So far, the text.